Today we're going to take a look at something that I don't normally talk about in these videos, and that's going to be the thing that you can't see. It's out there, it's affecting things, but you don't really realize it's there. And that, of course, is, well, the wind. Except that there is no wind, because in Garry's mod, yeah, there's just no wind. So this mod adds in wind, and we're going to showcase exactly what this wind can do. But first, we have to make sure that this works. So go into the console, type this in, and the wind will begin. Now you're going to notice not really a whole lot happens because, well, we're going to have to spawn in the things that the wind is going to affect. Like this. See how it's slightly shimmering? You wouldn't get that in normal Garry's mod. Alright, let's go ahead and pick this up with the gravity gun, let it go. Yeah, it's not really doing a whole lot. So, in this case, the wind isn't doing much. I think it's slightly moving the prop. But don't worry, because with this command, you can choose how much power the wind has. I'm going to go with 10. Hopefully that's not too much. Alright, so with the wind set to 10, I think it's safe to say that it's not really going to do a whole lot. So, let's crank it up to 100. First things first, we're going to do the standard one. And then I forgot to mention, there's even a vertical one you have to adjust as well. Both. Okay then. So we know it works. In fact, it works a little too well. But if you ever wanted to go on a magic couch ride, now you can. Alright, so I went ahead and changed it to 20. 100 was just way too much, but that was definitely fun to mess around with. This is definitely going to be a bit easier on us. But what about dupes? So we've talked about dupes in quite a few videos. Definitely some weird looking stuff in here. I don't know what this whole skibbity thingy whatever is all about, but I hope it doesn't make its way into Garry's mod. What about this? This structure, as you can see, now it beckons under the weight of the wind pressing against it. Now, to show you guys that this is actually the wind doing this and not just it moving around, we're going to go ahead and turn off the wind. And obviously to do that, just type in wind stop. And the wind will stop. Now, it's going to be moving around because, you know, physics and all that. Let's go ahead and just respawn this in. And it's hard to tell, but it's not moving as much as it would. And to prove it, I have extended the wind to 60. Now we can see it is definitely starting to heal over. Let's go ahead and crank this all the way up. Let's go to 100. Now this is only going to be horizontal, so it should not fly away. Hopefully. All right. Definitely kind of hard to stay upright. Let's crank this sucker all the way. Let's go to 300. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. That is almost tornado levels of wind. But let's go all the way up to that point. I'm just gonna say screw it. And let's go with, I don't know. 600. Alright, we are getting some breakage now. So, if we were to lift this up, it would probably go flying. But I don't think it matters because it is going to collapse anyway. But it's still hanging in there a little bit. I mean, pieces are definitely getting thrown off. And to be honest, these little bits of wood probably act like bullets within this wind speed. So let's go ahead and crank it all the way up. Let's just say, you know what? We're not holding anything back. 1,000. Here we go. 2,000. Here we go. Oh my god. Okay. No, there goes one of the big rooms. Oh, just absolute destruction. Now, thankfully, when you're just walking around jumping, the wind isn't going to affect you. But, of course, any props or things that you spawn in are going to be flying through the air like, well, giant bullets. But let's go ahead and just get rid of that because, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. Whoa, what the? Oh, no way. That is not the couch from the secret room. Oh, I gotta see this now. Did we really just yank that out through this little hole? We did! That is amazing. Okay, I gotta see this now. We're gonna go ahead and clean everything up. And... Oh! Oh, it's a madhouse! Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just lower that down to 30. Now, wind is cool, but obviously you need things to play with the wind, and that is exactly what this mod is all about. This is the Wind Chimes mod. And the cool thing is... they actually do make noise. I mean, I'd hope so. But I'm going to be quiet for a second so we can hear the lovely chiming sound. That's pretty cool. Now, the best thing about this mod is you can completely customize everything. So, you can even make the material wood. So if we were to go ahead and do that again, using right click. Now it's making like little wood sounds. And if you don't like the way that the rope is, you can of course adjust the length of it. And you can also make the rope width different as well. And then even better is you can change the pitch of the sound. So we're going to go with wood low. And because the rope length is going to be much shorter, they're going to bounce into each other a lot more often. I don't know why. Just hearing that in the background soothes my soul, man. Alright, so what about other materials? Because we got wood, we got metal, but obviously we don't want our, well, wind chime to be ugly, right? So we're going to go with metal. Let's go with medium pitch is cut. Okay, I guess we're going to do that. Oh, so that's going to add that diagonal flute look. Does that actually change the sound profile? Alright, so that's how that sounds like that. Let's go ahead and remove the is cut. Alright, so circumcising your chimes does nothing. Now, the one thing I'm interested in is the rope width. So, if we do adjust this, and of course, we could change the way the rope looks. I wouldn't do this. That looks stupid as hell. Let's go ahead and go with this chain here. Alright, the rope length is definitely way too big. I don't know why I did that. There we go. That looks pretty cool. I mean, maybe I'll lower the length a little bit more. Let's go with the laser. Okay. You can't go wrong with laser. Oh, and also you can change the rope color. So we're going to go with NecrosVideos blue here. Perfect. Alright. And I'm going to be honest. It's still red. Because they're lasers. I don't know what I was expecting from that. Alright, so that was a pussy way to make a wind chime. But now I'm going to show you how a man makes his wind chime. So go into the entities here and you're going to notice a bunch of things. Now, this is how you get to make your own wind chime. And it's extremely easy. You can do this one of two ways. So we're going to go ahead and choose the rope tool. First things first though, we do have to make sure that we do pick the large top piece to fit our large ring. Now once again, you can kind of make this any way you want. It doesn't really have to fit a specific thing unless you want it to. Alright, so I got this the way I want it. Now I get to put the chimes. That's way too long, so we're going to go ahead and adjust the rope length. Let's go ahead and go with this. Alright. There we go, that's much better. So now you can put the chimes, as many as you want. Alright, and then next up we have the wooden striker. Now this is what's going to bang into these to make more sound. I'm going to go ahead and use the rope tool. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a rope onto this. There we go. Now, of course, this is not going to stick with it, so in order to make it stick, we're going to use the weld tool. And it's pretty easy. Simply click on this and then click on that. And they should be welded together. And there we go. Now all we need is a little bit of wind. And hopefully we did okay. Alright, and there we go. I went ahead and added another top piece. So we got like a gigantic wind chime here that we can again pretty much put anywhere. And if you really want it to hang, we can even put it up right here and bring out the rope tool and simply attach a rope to it. And now we can let it loose and it'll do its wind chimey thing. But of course we don't got wind going right now. So let's go ahead and start the wind right here and make sure that hopefully it's not too powerful. Alright, sounds pretty good. Now our wood thingy is kind of not going down the middle like it should. But other than that, pretty cool. So now we're going to spend a moment to be quiet and listen to the fruits of our labor. And that really is just the tip of the iceberg. I think with some of these things you can even edit the pitch if you press E on them. So a lot of really cool things that you can mess around with. But again, if you don't even want to mess with that, you can simply just right click and put chimes wherever you want. But now we get this natural wind motion, and I feel like this is a good representation of the butterfly effect. We have the initial conditions, and now over time they have changed drastically from, well, where they were. And we get this beautiful sound from it too, so this is probably the most natural way to make it really work. And yes, I can't believe I actually did a mod showcase on this, but I came back kind of refined. Like, I'm really happy I did this. I thought it was going to be like a goofy mod or something. No, this is actually a really cool, peaceful little mod. And it also introduced me to a really cool mod, the wind mod, which we're going to have some fun with now. Alright, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching this. If you did like the video, you can leave a like, subscribe, and all that amazing stuff. Links will be in the description as always. I'll see you guys in the next video. And until next time, farewell. And they straight up completely avoided him. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and this time for real, farewell. It killed one.